Hey everyone, Ali Kassira, your real estate champion, here to provide some great information in regards to contingency periods. What are contingency periods? And what are the three contingencies that we're looking for that protect what's called your earnest money deposit? That thing that you send over to escrow that they're holding, that hard-earned money, what are the things that are going to protect that? I'll go over those things in great detail with you guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys, here to provide some information in regards to what protects your earnest money deposit, that thing that we talked about a little bit earlier. That hard-earned money you sent over to escrow, what are the things that are gonna protect that? The three things that will protect that is your inspection contingency, your appraisal contingency, and last but not least, your loan contingency. Now I'm gonna break those down in detail and explain to you what exactly each one consists of. All right, guys, there's a couple different categories when it comes to the inspection contingency. The first one is the physical home inspection. The second thing is gonna be the disclosures. The third thing is making sure that there's a clear title. And last but not least, making sure that we can negotiate a home warranty on your behalf. And I'll go over the details of all four of these things in a little bit. So I'm gonna go over how a home inspection works. Home buyers often hire a professional home inspector to do research on the property, to go over its condition, any recommendations, maintenance needed on the property, and ultimately get a written report, a detailed written report, I may add, on what the home inspector recommends could and may not be able to be done. Maybe the roof needs to get replaced. There may be some plumbing issues. There may be electrical work that needs to be redone. It can vary. However, the things that we are always gonna focus on as home buyers are anything that are gonna cause health and safety hazards. The main components we're gonna focus on the home inspection is the roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing. Those are gonna be the main factors. So when it comes to the home inspection, the home inspector is hired specifically to go over all the details of what's wrong with the property. Does it mean that we're gonna ask for requests for repairs for all those things? Not necessarily. Again, the main components we wanna focus on are gonna be anything that's gonna cause health and safety hazards to you and your family. A home buyer typically pays and arranges for the home inspection to happen. And depending on its findings, the buyer may decide, hey, you know what? I wanna move forward with the property. We can negotiate requests for repairs. And I'll give you an example. Home inspector says, hey, you know what? I went up into the attic. It looks like there's a small leak up there. You wanna get that double checked. What we're gonna do after the fact is we're gonna send a professional contractor out to go double check that roof. That professional contractor is gonna look at the roof. He's gonna say, you know what? Yeah, I'll charge you $1,500 to patch this thing up. Okay, now he'll write an invoice to us. Hey, $1,500 for the roof leak, to patch up that roof leak. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over and say, hey, Mr. Seller, here's my client's request for repairs. Here's the invoice that the contractor provided. Will you credit my client the $1,500 so that they can get this thing corrected after the close of escrow? There may be some instances where the home may be in pretty bad shape. We've requested for repairs. The seller doesn't seem to be budging. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, Ali, what happens after that? There's a couple different things that happen after that. Either you as a buyer decide, hey, you know what? I'm not willing to move forward with this. Or the other option is we just cancel escrow. And again, you're still entitled to that security deposit, that EMD, because you have not removed your contingencies yet. So again, if for any reason we cannot agree to terms, we either meet halfway or we go our separate ways, if that makes any sense. So I have to encourage you, a home inspection is not the same thing as an appraisal. An appraisal is a requirement by the lender if you're seeking to get a mortgage. Or in other words, looking to let the bank lend you some money. All right, guys, so now we've gone over the physical home inspection. Now, another key factor in our inspection period is the disclosures. Now, what a disclosure is are any known facts that the seller is aware of. In general, a disclosure is an important document that will provide any known facts of the property that could negatively affect its value. Now, we've gone over the physical home inspection, we've gone over the disclosures. Now, another thing that comes into our inspection period is making sure there's a clear title. Are you guys aware of what a clear title is? A clear title is necessary in a real estate transaction because it firmly establishes who the property owner is. The last thing we want is to buy a property from somebody who's not even the owner. Does that make any sense? Title companies must do a little bit of research before anything happens to make sure that there's no liens or levies on the property. And again, to establish a clear title and making sure that the owner is actually the owner. There's a lot of different variables that come into this. Somebody may have passed away and there's more than one decision maker. It may be multiple siblings. Let's just use an example of 3 siblings. 2 of the siblings want to sell, the third one doesn't. You know, those are things that are going to play a big factor in making sure that there's a clear title. The last thing we want to do is waste your time as a home buyer, and by all means, put your money at stake. That hard-earned money, again, that earnest money deposit, it's very, very important for me as your agent to make sure that that's protected. All right, guys, so last but not least, when it comes to the home inspection, the one thing that we really want to make sure that we do for you guys is to negotiate what's called the home warranty. I want to be clear here. We're not talking about home insurance. We're talking about a home warranty. Now, the analogy that I typically like to use is, you know how you purchase a car, you buy car insurance, and then that car insurance is going to protect you from any kind of accidents or any unfortunate situations that may occur? See, what a home warranty is not like that insurance on the car. You buy the car, you put in insurance, and hey, you know what? You want to get a warranty on the tires on your car. Now, what happens is, say you get a nail in that tire, and you go to Costco and they say, hey, you know what? We'll just replace it for a $25 deductible. That's essentially the same thing as a home warranty on a property. You have your home, you buy your home insurance, and then we have the home warranty on there. So what that home warranty does is that if there's any appliances that go out, the servicer will send somebody out to your home, you pay a small fee, and they do one of 2 things. They'll correct the situation or they'll completely replace it. This home warranty can cover things up to roof, plumbing, foundation, electrical, even at times pools, ACs, HVAC systems. It's very important to have one of these because what it does, it gives you some peace of mind. Home warranties typically last 12 months through a 12 to 13 month period. However, you can always renew them every year. Very, very important to know. Hey guys, if you enjoyed these videos and found them very informative, please, please, please share them with a friend, a family member, or a stranger for that matter. Hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for the next video.